Hey, how's it going? I'm Don Tanks, and in this video, this is a little different from the last two videos I posted, because the last two videos I posted were old videos from close to a year ago, and this is the tank that I have now. That original tank was my first tank, and I had another fish in it for a while before this one. This is the same fish from those videos. He's about a year old now, or next month I will have had him a year, which is a pretty good win for me because the last fish before him, he only lasted about 11 months. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know if he was just an older fish, or maybe I was just learning. I'm still learning tons. But this one here I've had for about a year now, and he seems to be doing pretty good. He's doing better now because I just put that heater in and that sponge filter in. The filtration that came with this tank is a Fluval Flex 9-gallon. I didn't go to the store looking for this tank last year. I just seen it and said, what the heck, I like the look of it. It's bowed in the front. Although, a year later, I'm finding some things I don't like about it. I don't like that the filtration is in the back, honestly. I'd rather just have it all in one cube unit, or just, not in the tank like that. It's kind of hard to get to. The angle I have it's in a corner with stuff around it, so it's kind of hard to get to. I just prefer to see what's going on with the filter as opposed to it being back there. This tank's went through a lot in the last year. This plant here that you see is a Crypt, I believe is what it is. I can't remember the exact type, but I had it in those original videos. It's about doubled in size. In a second here, I'm going to show you the original look of this tank. I'm kind of going with not necessarily father fish, but it's a planted tank, minimal maintenance. I've really done very little. The front of it is still dirty because there's a bunch of snails on there, and I don't want to pick them off or squish them to be able to clean the front of it, so I just kind of let them be. I may clean the front of that at some point, but overall it's doing pretty well, I think anyways. It's lasted 11 months. I test the water every now and again. It seems fine. Nothing out of the ordinary, no ammonia or nitrates or anything like that. The fish was over the past, the pump had went out. The pump had went out in the back, and it was without filtration like that for a while, just relying on that plant there, a single Crypt plant. So I went ahead and bought him a sponge filter recently, and he seems to be doing a lot better. He got some almond leaves in there. Bought that heater because the heater had went out, and the past few days he's just great. Although he was very sluggish, sitting in that barrel a lot, not eating a whole lot. Now I fed him earlier. He just wants more and more. So he's doing pretty well. In a second here, I'm going to show you the original look of the tank, because this is what it is right now. I think it's doing pretty well. I haven't done any, this may not be a good thing, but I haven't done any real water changes, significant water changes anyways. Mostly I just top it off, and it seems to be doing okay. But if you look at him here, I am a little concerned because he has this kind of white grayish stuff near his fins there, and I can't tell I can't remember if he's always had that. I need to go watch those earlier videos, or I guess I'll see it here in a second, but I don't know if that's bacteria or right there. I don't know if that's fungus infection of some sort, or if he's always had that. I don't think it's ick because it's not really everywhere. It's not spotted either, but I'm hoping that he starts getting better now that there's a little bit more filtration, now that there's heater in there. He's just staying around that heater mostly. Other than that Crypt, though, the only thing in the tank is that skinny weed plant. I can't remember what it's called, but this spot here, I plan to put another tank here. Maybe a 10-gallon, maybe 2 5-gallons, maybe a 20-gallon if there's room. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going to get another tank for that spot here soon. On the ground there, you see the potted mix. That's what I originally used in this. I didn't have the money for aqua soil, so I used potting mix organic. Now, this right here is the original tank. This is what it looked like a day or two after I got it. Sand was a lot cleaner. Didn't have any mulm or detritus on it there. There's other plants in there you see. There was a sword plant. It lasted a while, but just slowly withered. I've had some other plants in there, but they didn't make it either. That Crypt, though, is the only one that's doing phenomenal. I don't know if I just need more. I have used fertilizer before. I don't know, but it didn't really seem to do a whole lot. Now, this is back when the original pump was in the tank, and I think it just created a little bit too much flow on that side there. Now we're back to the one I got now. I mean, that sponge filter kind of puts off a lot of flow too if you really look and see that water moving up top. But it doesn't really seem to affect him. It doesn't really push him anywhere. But I'm really glad that this Crypt plant has done as well as it has, because I really think it's kept me from destroying this fish like I did the first one, because I'm still trying to get good at it here. He seems relatively happy. Like I said, there's about 40 snails in here. He plays with. I've had shrimp in here before too, only a few. The first two that I got, well, there was 3 of them. One disappeared immediately. The other lasted about a day, and I would see him here and there. There was a third one that lasted 4 or 5 months. He would attack them a little bit, but once he realized that stronger shrimp that lasted 5 months wasn't going to put up with it, he sort of stayed away from him, or he would just look at him. He actually seemed interested in him once he got used to him. I cannot remember what that plant there is called that's floating. It's like bacopa or something like that. They've just been floating there for about 6 months now since they came out of the substrate. I just replanted one of them. Maybe it'll take again. I don't know. My next tank, I'm still kind of undecided what I want to do with it. I think I'm probably going to go with like aqua soil or something. But overall, how much have I learned in basically a year? Well, it's really 2 years of fish keeping. Only 2 betas though, right? I'm very fresh in it. I'm just still dabbling in it, still getting my toes wet. I've learned that plants really are good, really are very good, because this water, it's basically doing the heavy lifting for this water, because I've basically not changed the water in 10 months, and the water's fine, as far as I can tell. Like the test, maybe they're cheap tests, but the fish is in there. He seems to be happy most of the time. It's a 9-gallon tank, so he has room. The plant certainly likes it. I would like to put some more in there, and I might do that soon. Might buy some plant bulbs or something. I need to do more research on what easier plants are to, more likely to stay good. But I'm really enjoying this particular tank, especially recently. There was a short time there while I don't want to say neglected it, but I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to it other than feeding the fish, testing the water here and there. But over the past few days, I've really gotten back to where I really enjoy it. I never stopped enjoying it, but I really want to get some other tanks now and some other fish. This being my second Betta fish, I would like to try something else. I'm very interested in guppies and mostly nano fish at the moment. If I had more room, I would go something a little bit bigger, but I really like the little guys for some reason. But right now, he's really liking the new sponge filter, really liking the heater, because he was without heat for a while, because like I said, that went out and the water was it was too cold. The Snails, I don't want to put anything in there to actually, I don't want to put like medication in there to get rid of the snails. I really don't want to like kill them off. I just want to kind of let them be. Just been feeding a little bit less and trying to watch the light a little bit more instead of 10 hours. I'm trying to get down to, instead of 8 to 10 hours, I'm trying to get down to 5 to 6 hours. That might be more like 6 to 7 hours of light. It's not quite as much as I was putting on it. That's why there's so much algae on the front there. But yeah, just a little quick intro to the channel. If you made it this far, I do appreciate you. Consider subscribing if you want to see me get more tanks in the future, or stay posted on how this fishy's doing, how the tank does. I'm going to learn a lot. Everything I learn, I'll talk about and let you know the mistakes I make and so on and so forth. So, thanks for watching.